This is the WJTS News. In the news tonight, Jasper police are asking for the public's help. Perry County woman caught trafficking an inmate. Illegally purchasing a firearm results in an arrest. Kurt Guxell will be in with sports, and our WJTS Informed segment continues with State Senator Mark Messmer. All to come on WJTS TV News. Good evening. I'm Jenna Schaffer with the news. The Jasper Police Department is asking for the public's help in reference to a two-vehicle accident. This accident occurred at 3rd Avenue and Newton Street at around 1:40 p.m. Wednesday, January 8th. The accident involved a dark gray passenger car and a white passenger car. Anyone with information is asked to call the Jasper Police Department at 812-482-2255, or you can call anonymously at 812-481-2677. A woman was arrested in Perry County yesterday for trafficking with an inmate. An investigation by the Indiana Department of Correction resulted in the January 9th arrest of 47-year-old Lachey Taylor. The investigation led to information that alleged Taylor of attempting to traffic drugs into the Branchville Correctional Facility when visiting an offender. Suboxone was recovered as a result of the investigation. Ms. Taylor was arrested and transported to Perry County Jail pending charges of trafficking a controlled substance with an inmate, which is a level 5 felony, a level 6 felony in possession of a controlled substance, dealing in a controlled substance, a level 6 felony. Warden Kathy Alves says that they have a zero-tolerance policy on trafficking, and they will arrest and seek prosecution against any person who attempts to traffic illegal substances into their facilities. 2 Vincent's residents have been charged with the illegal purchase of a firearm. 19-year-old Dakota Lovelett and 22-year-old Nicholas Apple, both the Vincents, were indicted by a grand jury for charges of conspiring to make a false statement and making a false statement in connection with the acquisition of a firearm. According to the indictment of the incident, in February of 2019, Apple asked another individual to purchase a firearm for Lovelett. Lovelett was under the age of 21 and therefore unable to purchase the firearm himself. Apple was also unable to purchase a firearm because he is a convicted felon. Apple was previously convicted for obstruction of justice in Knox County in July of 2018. Apple traveled to the Rural King and Vincennes for the purpose of locating and examining firearms that could be purchased for Lovelett. Later in the day, on February 4th of 2019, Lovelett, Apple, and the unknown individual met in the parking lot of the Rural King to prepare for the individual to purchase a firearm for Lovelett. Lovelett told the individual to buy him a Taurus revolver and gave the individual money to purchase the firearm. Lovelett and Apple explained to the individual where the revolver was located in Rural King's display case. The individual entered the Rural King and purchased a .38 caliber Taurus Model 6.6 revolver as instructed. The individual prepared a firearms transaction record form under penalty of perjury, stating that the individual was the actual purchaser of the firearm. However, the individual knew that Lovelett was the actual buyer of the firearm. Following the purchase of the firearm, the individual, Lovelett, and Apple met at a gas station, and the individual transferred the firearm to Lovelett. According to Assistant United States Attorney Matthew B. Miller, who is prosecuting the case for the government, the defendants could each face up to 10 years in prison if convicted. A Bedford couple is facing drug charges as a result of a lengthy investigation by the Indiana State Police Bloomington District. ISP received information about 54-year-old Jeffrey Rose and his wife, 49-year-old Shannon Rose, possibly involved in dealing methamphetamine. Troopers report smelling marijuana and seeing drug paraphernalia while talking with Mr. Rose at their residence on Tuesday evening. While executing a search warrant, troopers located marijuana, drug paraphernalia, and over 5 grams of methamphetamine individually packaged for sale. Troopers also located scales and other items showing that dealing was taking place. 2 juveniles were also living in the residence at the time. The Department of Child Services responded to the scene to ensure the welfare and safety of the children. Jeffrey Rose is facing a level 3 felony count of dealing methamphetamine between 5 and 10 grams, a level 5 felony count of possession of over 5 grams of methamphetamine, level 6 felony counts of maintaining a common nuisance and neglect of a dependent, and misdemeanor counts of marijuana and possession of paraphernalia. Shannon Rose is charged with level 6 felony counts of possession of methamphetamine, maintaining a common nuisance and neglect of a dependent, and misdemeanor counts of possession of marijuana and paraphernalia. Both Jeffrey and Shannon are being held in the Lawrence County Jail. Superior Ag is pleased to announce the addition of Chris Wemmer as Livestock Nutrition Sales Specialist. Wemmer will begin his role on January 9th out of the Dale Feed Mill location. Wemmer will promote top quality nutritional products and services for Superior Ag by building customer relationships and providing exceptional customer service to member customers. Wemmer graduated from Purdue University with a bachelor's degree in agriculture economics, and he was a member of the Purdue Livestock Judging Team. He brings over 22 years of sales experience, and 12 years of that time he worked as an animal nutrition sales specialist. Wemmer was raised and is still an integral part of Wemmer Farms, which is a 500-acre grain farm, and they sell 600 to 700 show pigs annually. Ferdinand State Forest is hosting a special cabin hike next month. The Cabin Fever hike takes place on Saturday, February 22nd at the Ferdinand State Forest. Participants can hike either 2.5 or 5.5 miles guided trails. Entry is free. However, participants are asked to bring a non-perishable food item to donate to the Dubois County Food Bank. Hikers should register before 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Registration is located at the Shelter House, located past the dam and property office near the youth camping area. Hiking starts at 9 a.m. This event is fit for the entire family and includes a campfire, hot chocolate, and coffee. Ferdinand State Forest is located at 6583 East State Road 264 in Ferdinand, Indiana. This event is sponsored by DC Multisport, an organization dedicated to building a vibrant, well-connected fitness community in Dubois County. For more information about the Cabin Fever hike, contact the Dubois County Visitors Center at 812-482-9115 or email dcmultisport@gmail.com. Now that 2020 is underway, the Dubois County Soil and Water Conservation District wants to share a few upcoming events. First, a reminder that the next ISAC meeting will be Tuesday, January 21st at 6 p.m. at the Dubois Soil and Water Conservation District office. The meeting will start with an educational portion on winter ID of several invasive plants. Next, efforts are underway for Spencer and Perry counties to start their own invasive species group. You can contact Kayla Canese if you have any questions about this or to be put on a contact list to receive updates. Email at kayla@sicim.info or call 812-631-7913. The Patoka Lake Nature Center is holding a special workshop on building nesting boxes for bluebirds. Build a bluebird nesting box for these migrating guests. Discover how to attract them to your backyard and keep them thriving in your area. The workshop will take place at the Patoka Lake Nature Center on Saturday, February 29th, starting at 10 a.m. All supplies and tools will be provided. Nest box kits are $15 each. Advanced registration is required. Space is limited to 20 participants. Call the Nature Center at 812-685-2447 to register. We'll take a look at your weather forecast when we come back on 18 WJTS.